Hans, anytime you see it go on, you can.
Ah, yes. Yeah, we are on. Hi, everyone. Art Matters New York. Mark is here and Mary.
Good morning.
And yeah, great. Let's see who is joining later. We'll see. But we have some things to look at. Mark, you were to a museum, right? And Mary sent
I
two
am in Bal
pieces.
yeah, I'm in Baltimore, and I
Mhm.
had the good opportunity yesterday to go to the Baltimore Museum of Art. There
Mhm.
was there was virtually no one there. It's a beautiful museum. They have a pretty interesting, eclectic collection. They have the Cone collection, which is a world famous um, group of paintings that were collected by the Cone sisters of Baltimore. I think in the what? I don't know, the early, I guess in the the tens or the teens or 20s. I'm not exactly sure. But they have some very, very important paintings from that era, Matisse specifically. Um, Although I didn't bring any examples of those works because I thought that we all knew them already. And so I took a few pictures. I took some slides of some lesser known works and just some things in their uh, collection that I thought would be of interest. So we can look at that. We have some work of our own. Marie, we have some recent paintings that you have done and a few pieces that Phyllis, who's not here at the moment, sent us. So there's some things to look at. So
So do we start with Mary's work then?
yeah, why not?
Good. Yeah, yeah. Curious. Let's go on.
Okay. So let's see.
Mm.
Okay. Um,
No,
how
yeah.
do you like to see it? I'm making the size a little smaller so I can see the whole thing. How about
Mhm.
you guys? How does that work?
I think it works fine. I think you can even go close. Yeah, yeah, that's fine.
Is that good?
Nice. Yeah, yeah, that's very good.
Okay.
That's very, very good.
S-
Huh. Mary, is this a piece? Is that an overworked piece which we saw maybe 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago? Or is that the new piece?
No, this is you had said that I should do a piece that had the same colors
Ah, yes,
as
yes.
the other piece. So that's what
Ah,
this is.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's first impression is very powerful, very strong things happening.
I
Uh,
like, yeah, I like the composition a lot. I like, the heavy uh, sort of close up, presence of the left side, and then the more spatial and the more open um, lines on the right. I think they're very complementary and they work on this format, this long rectangle.
Yeah,
It's a,
it's 2 by 4 feet.
it's a good composition. Uh, and the lines feel really very, very spontaneous and not overworked. And the layering, there's a lot of layering going on in the painting, which I like. I think it's good.
mhm.
And I like the feathery treatment of the center of that. gesture, that line that somehow comes out of the left side, but yet it is, it becomes more part of the atmosphere, that feathery center part. You know what I'm talking about right here. I really like that.
Mhm.
Different
Mhm.
treatment, different treatments of the lines are beautiful. This is a good
Yeah, Linda Griggs just wrote in, Alan loves the right side with the white with the scratches, and she likes the way it works with the drips.
Thank you.
That's from Linda in uh, in the chat. So, yeah, for me
So
it's
how
very
many
interesting, the piece, because it has even sort of some art going. I see almost on one side sort of a Hans Hartung way, sort of
right,
Hans Hartung a little bit.
absolutely.
And on the right, it goes
Yeah.
into a Beckmann almost. It's very interesting with these dark lines, and which are very drawing like. It's like it's a strong, it's an interesting piece, I think. Yeah.
I think there's a lot of good, really strong, good elements, and your sensibility, your eye, your sense was to, create these things and leave them and present it as it is. And I like your choice. I like your selection that, this is how it should be. This is how it's supposed to be. And I think that your sensibility is really, really operating. I think it's really working.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Linda writes, we love that blurred transition too.
Yeah.
That's from Linda.
There's a good sensibility functioning here.
Does it bother you that it's like two separate paintings?
No, because it's
So
that
that's a problem.
the feathery diagonal is holding these two parts, these two pieces together with the light in the center. To me it works perfectly. It's all working because the two sides are very, very different,
Yeah.
you know, but yet is a transition and a connection. To me it works. And
Mhm.
it
Yeah.
works it works in a very, very kind of natural, I don't know what the word is, physical or body way. It's not overly calculated. It's not, it's just it feels right.
Thanks.
Yeah. And what I like is the semi abstraction, or it's on the edge of I mean, for me it's a bit apocalyptic, sort of. uh, you can see not finished built buildings, or destruction of buildings, or where the drips coming down. It's
Yeah, yeah,
we talked about with Sai boat works. One time she used this dripping method,
yeah.
and it becomes immediately sometimes architectural in a way, because it represents some grid of construction or whatever. It's like that. Also, the white part is could be a building, or I mean,
And I like the monochrome, the restrained palette,
mhm,
just the black, white, blue. And you get a lot of nuance out of that.
mhm,
Color, sometimes color can be distracting, and yeah, but this it really works.
mhm.
You know,
Yes.
the limitation, the self-imposed limitation.
Mhm,
I think it's
mhm.
great.
Yeah, Linda writes, agree. She agrees.
Linda is so agreeable. That's what we like about her.
No.
Are you listening, Linda?
I wonder how she can type while driving.
Yeah, how does she do that? Maybe she's speaking. Maybe Siri is listening
Yes,
and
it's a
transcribing.
yes. Right, right. Mhm. No, it's good. I like the
Very
piece.
nice.
It
So
holds up, the longer you look at, it's not getting weaker.
no.
It keeps being strong and somehow, that's
So
fine.
so Marie, how many sessions, how many layers is this painting?
I think 3.
Yeah. Well, it's good. I mean, you went back in and it's like you developed the painting rather than try to,
Yeah.
fix it, let's say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's actually developed. It feels good.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I
it's
think
really good.
it's a deep. I'm not saying the other pieces are not deep, but sometimes you come more from a playful thing. This painting has a certain heaviness, which I like. You allow to live. Uh, this is also an important thing to allow things.
Exactly. Right.
And not going over it because it's too dark, or what I'm saying, or I think it's a good, also an important step and a good step
Yeah.
to accept those things. Nice, very good.
Thank you.
Mhm.
So I said, oh, I'm so sick of how heavy that painting is. Try some nicer colors. I'm not sure that this is the right orientation. It's
Okay.
not how I painted it, but it's how I sent it to you.
Mhm.
Is that what you were thinking?
No, stop. That's how I painted it.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay. I think it
I
works.
don't know if that's the best orientation, but
I think it works this way, but I think how was it originally when we looked at it this way?
No, no, the other way. Yeah, like this.
yeah, this
When you
way, I think.
Yeah,
I kind of like this.
okay. I don't think it matters at this point.
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's look at it like this, okay?
Yeah.
I'll be, excuse me one second.
Yeah, yeah. That for
Yeah.
me works better. Let's see what Linda said. I'm packing, eating, and putting on makeup. Nobody needs to see that. Okay. I shouldn't read that then too. Okay, Linda. Um, no, I like it that way. I mean, since we saw the other piece, which is also more landscapish, uh, but okay, Alan, and I think the vertical works better with the red line. The
Yeah,
vertical
that's how I
with the
painted
red
it.
line.
Yeah.
That so that means they want to put the
Oh,
vertical
you
works
did
better with
the
the red line.
hardness.
Oh no, we should have it like this. Yeah, yeah. That's what they say. Do I understand that the right way?
I don't know.
Alan, and I think the vertical works better with the red line. Okay. In the horizontal, the red line feel like an abrupt chop.
What did I miss?
Uh, you can go to the chat room also to
Oh,
see. Linda and Alan are having. They think the vertical works better with the red line. But
oh,
which red line? the red line.
Is that the vertical?
Yeah,
The red line. Yeah.
that's how I painted it.
Maybe they mean the pink in the center as a
Yeah,
line. That
In the
whole
horizontal, the red line feel like an abrupt chop.
Here I am on audio.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just
Hi.
like just below the halfway mark there in the
Yeah.
vertical.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
what you're saying is pink, I'm saying is red, but yeah, that thing that goes
This.
yeah, exactly. So for me, I don't know why it works here. Maybe it's a horizon line, but when it's horizontal, then it feels like it's dividing the picture more than
I see what you're saying.
I'm not sure why in portrait I think that's a horizon line, and in landscape I think it's not. So well, it
Right,
doesn't work.
right,
Obviously it doesn't. It's just I'm just being silly.
right, right. Well,
I,
what my feeling is that after seeing the first painting, I feel like this is the beginning of a painting.
Yeah,
So I think that those issues will become resolved
yeah.
is, when and if you go back into this painting.
No, no, I'll go back into it.
Yeah, I feel like it looks like the beginning. It looks like it's like one pass. I like the color.
It is
You
one
know,
pass.
I think the color is a nice change, is a break for you.
Yeah,
And I like a lot of the marks. I feel like it's a little all of the marks are sort of on the same level,
yeah,
it's like
yeah,
all over. There doesn't seem to be a specific focus.
yep.
And I
I think
think that
yeah.
yeah, so I think that just sort of going back in will resolve this issue that
I
that
would
we've been
be
discussing.
careful, because what I see, I mean, for me, in the forefront, is like almost a Greek column,
Right, right.
and I think you should be careful what you're doing, because where you have the yellow and this whole thing in the background. It's very beautiful.
Yeah, this here is
You have to
beautiful.
you have to preserve certain things here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is nice right
Be
there.
very, very careful what you are doing. It's not.
yeah. I think those are
It is maybe not finished, but it's not just the beginning. As for me, it's not just the beginning.
yeah.
It's more than the beginning.
Yeah, but I agree with what you're saying. What I like about this process that I've been doing is I put down different pigments. I wait for like 10 minutes and then I move the paint with a squeegee,
Mhm.
stains the canvas. And that's that
Right,
area
right,
that
right,
you're
right,
talking
right.
about. And so I can get this under these marks that are um, kind of interesting as an underpainting.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah,
Then
yeah,
I need to go back and,
yeah,
but I know what you're saying to kind of keep some of that.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I need to go
And I
back.
could be very. Yeah, I have to be very careful, because there is a lot of things going on which are actually very beautiful and very, that it needs maybe some accentuation somewhere, but yeah, it's hard to say.
I like this brush, this area. I mean, not only is it an important, color and
Mhm.
line, but even the shape, the way it's sort of loosely painted is pretty
Yeah,
nice.
very, very. And what I like in a way, that this is, I mean, the red is a strong color, but it's basically, you don't know what it is. It could be, I don't know, smoke, or I don't know, fire. And then this rigid counterpoint with this column, the rigidness, and the opposite of rigid. I think that's a very interesting. you know,
Yeah, yeah,
point, you know. So yeah,
definitely.
very it's a good development here, I
Yeah,
think.
it is. It is.
Okay,
I-
well, thank you. I'm gonna go back into that and
Yeah, you may not have to do a lot, you know. So yeah, you could do it very, with consideration.
yeah, you know what? On my screen it looks red, but it's really pink. It's kind of
Hmm.
it's a hot pink. Uh,
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I read it as a hot pink.
you are okay. Well,
Yes,
you
yes.
more red, but yeah.
It's nice.
Thanks.
Okay.
I mean, you could even read this red thing as a very a figure almost with
Oh,
the head upwards,
oh,
and and the legs down there and the very
oh,
thin
I see
person.
what you're saying. Yeah, it does look.
I mean, just there is something
It's
uh,
so funny how that happens like that. Yeah.
anthropomorph, or I don't know, you know, maybe I don't, but it could be also just the smoke from a fire, or you know, yeah.
Well,
So
thanks for.
yeah. So I'm gonna go back here. So where
Mm.
is this the one before or after what we saw?
After.
So you went back into this?
Yeah. And I tried to lighten just the left side,
Okay.
just so that the black would come out more and that I would push back that blue so that they weren't fighting each other so much.
Okay.
But I don't think I did much. I didn't touch the right side.
Right.
Did you think it was better before I touched the left side? Or it didn't matter?
Well, this felt pretty good.
Oh, so I should have just left it.
Yeah,
You
go
know,
back.
I don't know. It just seemed kind of intense.
the qualities of the photos are very different.
Oh, okay.
You know, they read differently.
For me, it's almost. I mean,
It's very similar. I mean, it's
Yeah,
almost the,
yeah. I didn't touch it too much.
not that big. I don't. So,
I'm
yeah,
proud of myself. I didn't change the whole thing.
mm.
right.
The first, can you go back to the first one again? Because I think, here on the left, I don't know, it's a little bit more, it has more solidity. It's more
Yeah,
clear in a way.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
In
I could
the
go.
second version, it's a little bit like suddenly weaker.
Yeah,
Uh,
I was trying to
you,
do
you
that.
weakened
Yeah,
it. You weakened
I
it.
weakened it. So I could go back to that first version, and pop up that color again.
Mhm,
You know,
mhm.
it's interesting when I said that the two photographs read very differently. This one has a warmth
Oh,
i-
that's fun.
in the
True.
grays
Oh, okay. That's
that I
just,
like. This one is a
Mhm,
little cooler. It's the white is white.
mhm,
it's so funny. It's just the photograph because I
I
don't.
know, but it makes a big difference, doesn't it?
mhm. Yeah.
I mean, this one, has a little more atmosphere because
Yeah,
everything is sort of yellowish.
yeah. It looks like it has like a screen on it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, whatever. I mean, it's something to note,
Yeah,
that you can change whites, that whites can be tinted and they have a very different effect.
yeah. And it's interesting too, I guess it depends on the light in that particular room when you're taking it.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
The whole thing is different, so, yeah.
Mhm.
But I could go back and punch it up, I just thought it was a little too intense, but.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
Mhm. Mhm.
okay.
Yeah,
Do you want to take a look at Phyllis's?
No,
yeah, yeah.
I think
Why not?
we should wait till she comes. She might come in.
I think we should
Maybe
look.
as a preview. Maybe as a preview.
We're going to have a preview.
I
Okay,
find that
I love her work, I'm just saying.
I find that quite interesting piece.
It's
Yeah, I
beautiful.
like this piece a lot.
I do too.
Is it a collage too, right?
It looks collage to me.
Collage.
Me
Yeah,
too.
yeah, 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 yeah. Hmm. Yeah.
I love how her shapes, and I love how she, adds lines.
Yeah, the drawing is great.
Fabulous.
The lines are wonderful.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I like how the blue becomes more intense and a slightly different blue in here.
You
I
know,
wonder if there is already some Tony Robbins influence.
influence. You know what I think is so cool about the shapes are the two arches on
Mhm.
that piece, that blue that you were highlighting just before, that arch, and then the one to the right of it. My eye keeps going to that area. It's beautiful.
You mean in here?
Yeah, and then that other arch yeah, yeah, I think that they're so nice together.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, I
Mhm.
like how it sort of hovers between abstraction and figuration. Like
Yeah, it's
the
beautiful.
line behind this figure, as it were, it definitely looks like a mountain, and and it looks like this figure is sort of sitting in the foreground. But I mean, it's very ambiguous. The space all is, you know, intertwined.
Mhm.
It's beautiful. It's beautifully done. And the light yellow is really working well in contrast to the blues.
Yeah.
It's a nice piece.
Beautiful.
Let's take the other one.
Linda, did you say something? No.
Apologies, no.
Okay.
Okay, show the next one. Hmm.
This
Oh,
is, I'm not sure if we've seen this before, but
I
this is,
think that's the bull. That's
yeah,
the
it's the
bull.
bull. It's the
We
bull.
saw that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's nice. Yeah.
It's also a nice piece.
Mhm.
I think
Beautiful.
it's so artfully intense. It,
Yeah, it's
like it's,
about pain. It's
yeah,
about.
I think she really captured pain, as you're saying, Hans, but in a very artistic way. The
Absolutely.
blood is not gushing, but it's like
Yeah,
strips. It's interesting.
yeah, absolutely.
It is.
And to me, it also looks like a cave,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Mhm.
which is
Yeah.
interesting too, right?
The body as a cave. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a vortex. It's like a circle or a
Yeah,
vortex.
that too.
Mhm.
Hmm. I like it. There's definitely a lot to look at here.
Well,
Mhm.
I like how
Absolutely.
she also used uh pieces of paper to like on top of the vortex.
Mm-hmm.
But the
Mm.
way she didn't do the whole thing that way, it was just artfully done. You
Yes.
Yeah, like super well thought out.
Yeah.
But somehow it just feels like a cave dwelling. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like a very like one of the
But
first.
you know, it's like in early cave
That's what
paintings,
I'm trying to say, but can't get that
you
out.
know, like there were often depictions of bulls and animals.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
A nice piece.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we hope that she tells us then more about it
Yeah,
too when she
that's
comes
just a
back.
preview.
Yeah, that's the preview. Yeah.
Do you want to go on to your stuff and then when she comes back?
Why not?
Yeah, let's do that.
So this is a Pizarro.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, it's so beautifully painted in my estimation. And also what I think is interesting about this and something that I sort of have picked up about Impressionism. So this is probably the 18, I don't know. You know, I didn't photograph all of the text, the wall text,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm guessing it's like 18, I don't know, 80s, maybe 70s. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
yeah.
But what's interesting is that, first of all, I liked the very sober, straightforward depiction of what he was looking at.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, it's very, very direct. There's
Mm-hmm.
no, you know, flamboyance. There's no, you know, there's not an overuse of color, you know, of light effects, et cetera, et cetera. But what's interesting is that look at the trees. These are
Mm-hmm.
very, very young trees, which means that they were recently planted, these trees. So this was probably some sort of new housing. Like, look at this building, even. It doesn't look like an old building.
Mm-hmm.
So the Impressionists were leaving Paris. They were going into the countryside, and they were, you know, taking, you know, they were getting off of the train where the train stopped, obviously. And these were new areas that were being developed. So Impressionists, contrary to the idea that they were, you know, only painting nature or into nature's effects, were also very attuned to the landscape that was changing, that was being developed, that was accessible by rail.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that this painting represents that, you know?
Oh.
Yeah. So, yeah. So like we have a lot of,
You think that it represents that because it's a town that the railroad would have stopped at?
yes,
Okay.
yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And
Because
I think it's a new town. This is a newly developed town.
okay.
And so I mean we have a lot of sentimentalized ideas about what the Impressionists were doing or what they were up to, and but they were doing a lot more than that. They were really on the cutting edge of their world that was changing in these very, very profound ways. You know, one was the access by rail, okay?
Yep.
You
You
know,
know, I think it's also very interesting, this painting, because you could argue there is not a focus on
yeah,
something,
right.
meaning it's just sort of an emptiness. Even we see
Yes, yes,
objects, and you can even say this tree, the same tree is in the middle of the painting, but and then there are two figures or whatever, and then maybe a very beautiful house across the river, and but nothing is really on focus. You know, he could have gone closer and emphasize something,
I
you
think
know.
that's very
And,
true.
and he doesn't emphasize it. It's just
Exactly.
an embrace, you know. He likes, maybe it's just, how do you
Yeah.
say, the atmosphere, or
Yeah.
maybe he painted the wind, or I don't know exactly, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Just the
It's
light.
very, even the house is cut off, you know, it's not the whole
Exactly.
house. It's, it's very
I
interesting.
thought so too.
The longer
But
you
it's
look at,
interesting to you because it's not a composition that is, it's like a scenic.
It's interesting because whereas landscapes prior to this would have been about like a grotto or a beautiful tree or, boats on the river, that had a kind of a coherence, a center, a very specific subject. This, it's dispersed. There's not a specificity. It's just, a kind of an emptiness with these trees that are kind of wispy, you
yes,
know, little things, and just a lot of space, a lot of emptiness, but yet lovingly painted, very, very specifically painted.
What would you say that this is a good piece?
Yes, extremely.
yeah.
Okay, so it's because it's so,
We're just noticing that it's something different. It isn't conventional. It's like, he was up to something else, you
he
know.
what was he up to? He wanted us to just see what was happening
I
at that.
think he was kind of I'm just of course speculating, I don't know, but to me it looks like he was trying to that he was attracted to and trying to understand these changes, what was happening here. This, when his view shifted from conventional subjects to something else, something that wasn't conventional, something that wasn't quite yet defined. And he was, you know, busy painting it, this undefined space, sensibility, sense, and he was interested in this in between place.
I
Mm.
really like that.
Hmm?
I like what you're saying because I think it's beautifully painted,
It is.
but I think what you're saying makes it even more important as a piece.
Yeah,
I think he was very matter of fact.
Mm.
His paintings were very, as I said before, they weren't, what's the word? There was no indulgence or, you know, um, uh, on his part,
I,
emotional.
I could imagine that the academy would go like, what is this?
Right,
It has no meaning. Nothing is,
right,
why
right,
do you paint a thin tree?
right,
You know, write a real tree.
right.
Uh, why has this house no windows? What is it? It's not finished. Why is the house that? What is that? The chateau. If it's a famous chateau, why don't you emphasize that? It has, or whatever. What do these figures do? Uh, or you know what I'm saying? You could maybe. Uh, what is this in front? Is this what is this? You
Yeah,
could,
yeah,
uh, and I think that's maybe the thing. It's like really, as I said, maybe he just grasped uh, 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 an emotion
Yeah,
also, and not really. It's about something else than about the objects.
right.
It's a
Yeah,
maybe it's an inner landscape. I feel the longer I look at it's actually almost a sad piece in a way,
Well,
you know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say sad, I would say somber, which is just like what you guys are saying. There's not a impressionist, I always think of light, that there's a source and that they want you to see light. And here, even though it's expertly done, it's somber. The colors are very
I'm guessing that it's early, that it's an early piece because his later work was, closer to, Monet, let's say,
right
with
because
more, with
people,
brush strokes,
yeah.
more delineated brush strokes, more use of, mixing colors, the eye mixing, blue and yellow to make green, etc. Uh,
1864.
sorry,
1864.
this painting?
Yeah, I just Googled it and put it in the chat.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
That's
okay, so that's probably early.
Thank you, Linda. Well, that's what you're saying, Mark.
Yeah.
That reinforces Linda's so smart. That reinforces.
Linda, can you read the section you have in the chat for us or no?
Oh, yeah. Oops. If I can get back to the chat. The
Because that's
Baltimore
very
Museum of Art holds a bizarro landscape painting, Strollers on a Country Road. Oh, you just tricked me into like trying to read French. That's mean. La Baron Saint-Hilaire, I don't know,
Yeah,
1864. But I went on to say that the Impressionists and all of the artists at the time were dealing with a lot of censorship from the government and the Academy. That's from that book I was reading that was telling you all about Paris in
right.
ruins.
Yes.
And so they coded sort of rebellious statements and sorrows into their paintings. Like there was some long passage about music in the Tuileries. The Tuileries had been bombed by the troops from Versailles because the communards were there. They were trying to show that they weren't just riffraff, trashy riffraff that were uncultured and brutish. So they were all having this concert in the Tuileries, and they were being bombed and people were dying like around them, but they kept the concert going. Anyway, so later when that painting Music in the Tuileries was made with I think with other artists in it, that was part of the reason that he kind of did it, but there was no overt or confrontational quality to it. It had to be coded because of the government and the Academy censorship. Because I
Right.
think that was so but I still don't know about this one. I'm just kind of Googling here. And I'll get back to you in the chat if I find something, and I'm going to keep
Okay.
listening.
Okay.
Thank you, Linda.
Thank you. But it's funny. I think what makes this painting work are these really the way the trees come up above the the mountain, the horizon here.
Yeah.
Just these little dabs of paint, right in the center, which is the only, you know, I mean, it's sort of the most, what's the word?
I think you could say such young trees, you never put them in the center of a painting. Would
Right. Right.
me say,
That's
this
right.
is this self-grandizing. Young people should stay young and not, it takes 40 years or 50 years until you are a real artist, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he's emphasizing these young trees in a way. Uh,
Yeah.
by the way, they remind me on your scratch things, Mary, in your paintings sometimes. Look at that. It's very funny, in a way, when you
Yeah.
have these lines down there. They are basically only like, I don't know, it's crazy.
Anyway, I think it's a beautiful painting and
It
Yeah, it's a
is a
very
very
impressive.
it is a beautiful painting.
and provocative. It's like,
Mm.
why, You have to think about it. Like, but even though you don't have to think about it, you can just confront the painting, and it does have this, kind of, as you said, Marie, this somber, this emptiness, this quality But then you have to think, well, why? Why would he paint that? It's interesting.
Well,
Yeah.
you know what I think is interesting? Like maybe this is like that's around the time photography became popular, right? In the 1860s.
It wasn't popular yet, but it was happening.
Was
Yes.
happening around that time.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
maybe
Mhm.
in a way, this was a time where people were capturing just like real life images, not thinking about
Mhm.
it just compositionally or that it's so interesting but just that this is real life.
Degas had a Kodak camera.
Yeah. Well, that Degas did. He was into photography. Yes.
Oh, wow. Wow. The other thing I think is really interesting about this painting from my eye is I keep seeing that that center part is not just a tree, but a little bit to the left, that person with a
Yeah.
white,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I love how that connects for me. My eye goes past that to that other house.
Hmm.
I just think that that is such a great tool
It's
for
great.
him to move
Mhm.
my eye,
Mhm.
forward and then, look at how beautiful the clouds are.
It's just so great to, you know, to suggest this whole house with this little white dab of paint, which is
Mhm.
it's such a mess, this little white dab, but
Yeah.
it's so great,
Yeah.
that you can invoke a whole like, chateau with that little thing is wonderful.
Well, that's what
Mhm.
you were saying. He's giving you the impression.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Anyway, that's
Yeah, great.
okay. Moving on.
Okay.
Yes.
This
Mm.
is by an American. I
Hmm.
can't remember his name. I didn't take a picture of the card, unfortunately.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure that he was an African American painter
Oh, okay.
because I do remember in the text it said that he may have been following, and they mentioned the name of the foremost African American painter at that time who had gone to Paris to paint. And it mentioned that this artist may have been following him. So I'm thinking that he may have been a black painter, which is interesting at that time. This was 1920s, I believe,
Mhm.
1920s. And you can see that it's, already like a flattening, it's more modern. It's a more,
Yeah, and
modernist
that's
approach.
very abstract,
Very
the
abstract.
when you go in the background and everything, it's
Right.
very
It's
interesting.
beautifully painted. I took this. This is a close-up, a detail,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because it was very complex.
Mhm.
Yeah. Please.
Yeah. Mhm.
And I'll, tr- I'm sorry I didn't have his name. I
We'll
should.
find out. I think it's a good quiz. It's almost a quiz. We see.
I could probably, let me see if I can, you
Maybe
can,
Go,
maybe we could
yeah.
do what
Maybe
Linda
you
did.
can zoom into the.
let me see if I can find it.
Maybe you could chat GBT it. Who's the artist?
Yeah, let me see if I can do that. Let me
I don't know.
see.
Is that what Linda did?
You can do a reverse Google image search.
That's what I'm going to do here.
Okay.
You like a genius, man.
Let, let me see.
I really like this painting.
I thought it was great.
Love it. I
You
love
know,
the rusty color,
It's
that
so
is in rusty.
it's a mixture between reality and fantasy.
Yeah.
um, let me see how to do. Oh, here. Oh, here. Copy photo. Okay. Now I'm going to go to Chat GPT.
Hans, that in the foreground, did they use, how did they paint that? With a brush or with a
Or,
knife?
yeah,
What do you think?
we need to look to the closer. It could be with maybe a mixture of both,
Okay.
you know, but Linda sends a lot of information.
Okay, let's see.
About this.
They can't identify the artist.
Oh,
Oh, well, thanks for trying. Doesn't matter.
It says if you're curious about the art, this is AI, okay? AI tells me, I'm talking to Claude. This is Claude. If you're curious about the artist, I'd recommend looking for a placard or label near the painting.
Oh, here it is.
That is true.
It's-
Did you
but
find it,
can you
Linda?
zoom in? Is there
Yes,
not a name?
My God, Linda, you're
What's his
amazing.
name?
Mark,
it's Hale Woodruff. It's called Normandy Landscape,
Could be.
and it's actually 1930. I just lost my window. Hang on.
Okay.
Where's my
I'm gonna,
window?
can you put the name in?
1928 at the Baltimore Museum of Art.
that's it. Okay. So I said the 20s. So yeah. So
Woodruff.
Harold Woodruff, he was he was he was a black artist. Um, and I even recognized some of his work. I just Googled him. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, and he was one of the Harlem Renaissance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a tasty painting.
Oh, I like that. It is tasty.
I mean
Cool.
it's incredibly focused. You
Yeah.
know, the intensity and the precision and really looking, and then interpreting, with his palette knife and, whatever,
You think he
brushes.
used a palette knife too to
Oh
get that?
yeah, definitely. Definitely.
You had seen it. Yeah, okay.
Look at the foreground here.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering because it looks
Yeah,
so.
I usually hate palette knife paintings, but this one is fabulous.
I agree, Linda. I don't encourage the use of palette knives either.
No, there's been too many, there's so much schlock that's done with a palette knife
Right,
that I simply
right.
can't see past the schlock to a good
Exactly.
painting except for this one.
It's
This is a good one. I agree.
Yeah. It's like he really used the palette knife so well for this subject, like the
Yeah,
little chops of tree bark and, you know, those sections in between that just almost aren't the same value as the stuff in the background. They're just so perfectly placed so that you get that fracturing of space in between them. That's just, but it's just right all the same. It's beautiful.
yeah. I love this when you can actually see the weave of the canvas here.
Oh yeah. And it's working for him.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
It's very good.
supporting the look of the stuff he's painting. It's
Right.
funny, I'm looking at a somebody's picture on Reddit and it's much greener than yours. I suspect yours is the right one.
This is pretty
Greener and
accurate.
glowing.
It's very accurate because I'm using my iPhone and then I'm fine-tuning the color with I'm trying to make it as close to the original as I can.
Yeah,
Because the camera, does interpret it differently.
it
The
does. It
light.
does a lot of interpretation without your permission.
Absolutely. So I always correct with paintings.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Mhm.
And look at this, how abstract and beautiful this area is.
Yeah.
It's really great. pretty interesting.
Pale Woodruff.
Well,
You know, it's
okay.
also interesting that a guy from the Harlem Renaissance that was painting paintings of black life in Harlem would do just a straight landscape like this, you know, a more modernist, you know, approach to landscape, I think.
Do you think well, I guess this is a sidebar to all that, but do you think he went to France because it was more amenable to African
Well,
Americans
well,
at
you
the
know,
time and artists like
yes, I do. I think, you know, James Baldwin was over there and Beaufort
Delaney?
Delaney, and Beaufort Delaney was there because he was encouraged to go because of his relationship, his very close mentorship with James Baldwin. So
Yeah.
yeah, so there were Black Americans that were going to Paris, yeah, you know, from that period, yes.
Is it Beaufort or Buford? It's
I always
Buford,
say
South Carolina.
I always say Beaufort, but I think it's Beaufort, but it could, you know, I don't know what the accurate pronunciation is.
Well, yeah.
I think it's Beaufort, but I'm not sure.
You know what's
It's
good about this
in
painting
and out.
too?
I was talking to Michael Rosenfeld the other day, you know, at the Michael Rosenfeld Gallery,
Yeah.
who handles Beaufort Delaney's estate.
Uh-huh.
I was talking to him about Beaufort,
And okay.
and I wasn't corrected.
Okay.
So, so
Good
I
indicator.
maybe he was just being polite. I don't know.
Well, you would say bow instead. Oops,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
goodness.
that's right.
Instead of hey bow.
Instead of Bew.
Yeah.
I was just saying that what's interesting about this painting, well, you guys were talking about the pronunciation,
Oh,
is
sorry. Excuse us.
the middle, the middle section of this has no trees in that background.
Yeah.
He's forcing you to look through those trees.
Yeah,
When you do, he's like, no, this is like it's interesting.
it is.
I
Yeah,
think it adds to that painting so that you're
yeah,
just continuing to look beyond.
yeah, I agree. Okay, next.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Okay, who is this, folks?
Oh wait, he's the guy that paint. I know who this is.
That's
Oh my God.
uh that's
Usually paints like carcasses.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
And he's
exactly.
Jewish.
yes,
Soutine.
Soutine.
right. I thought it was pretty great. This is part of the Cone collection.
Oh
Mm.
wow. Does this kind of remind you a little bit of Goya on the lower right? Like so intense and
Mhm.
whoa.
Anyway, this is a view of the town of Ceret, Ceret, which is in the Pyrenees,
Wow.
Mhm.
which Matisse, Picasso, is very close to Collioure, where they all painted in the south of France in that
Mhm.
area. And
Yeah.
Ceret was one of the places. And later in Ceret became a haven for artists that were fleeing Spain because it's in the Pyrenees. They were fleeing Franco's
Mhm.
Spain, and
Mhm.
many artists um, went to this town.
Mhm. Mhm.
So this is a view looking down at the town of Surrey. It's you can sort of the more you look at it, you can start seeing like kind of buildings, like
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
Mhm.
here, you know, but the whole space is just collapsed and insane,
Wow.
the way Soutine, you know,
Mhm.
depicted it.
What year would this have been?
I don't
Painted?
know. I guess the 30s or something. Maybe 40s, 30s, 40s.
Mhm.
Anyone?
Gauguin?
Oh, oh, oh.
Gauguin would not use these colors, but it's a good guess, but no.
Mm. Uh,
Hey,
Oh,
Hans, you should know this.
oh,
yeah,
that's,
yeah,
He's from your neck of the woods.
oh,
yeah, right. It's
no,
Is that Monk?
monk? His school.
No, but
Okay.
in that sort of ballpark,
Mm,
right.
oh my.
it's Kirchner.
Ah, yeah, 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 of course.
It's Ludwig Kirchner.
I have a Kirchner there. Wow.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
The colors are so intense.
Yeah.
yeah.
It really was this intense.
Mm,
These colors are accurate.
amazing.
Isn't that crazy?
Not a painting, but it's great. Yeah.
There's actually a figure here. You see
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
So
Yeah.
so this is actually a garden in bloom.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
like
the Kirchenmuseum is in Davos, you know, Kirchner Museum.
Where
what,
was he? Was he German or
I
was he
think he
Swiss or
was,
German or what?
I don't know exactly. I think he was Swiss. I know he was very ambitious and he changed the dates on his paintings
Really?
to pretend, yeah, to pretend that he was the first to, yeah, he was very, very pretend.
that's funny.
I
You
think
mean,
we all should do that.
yeah.
I had an art teacher who said, never date your paintings because somebody will say, I want one of your early works or one of your later works. And you're
Right,
like, here, this one is just exactly what you want.
Oh, that's
right.
funny. I really like how he does the background.
Mhm.
Oh wow, this. Oh no.
Anyone?
Oh my gosh.
Could be anyone.
Dang it, I can almost read the
Oh
signature in the
yeah,
corner. I can't quite.
it's Beckman.
Ah,
No.
Yes,
mhm,
I was surprised too.
mhm.
What is that thing in the center?
It's
Is
a
it?
shell, a seashell, a conch.
Oh, okay.
It's a falafel. Falafel.
I love the glass.
Pizza. It's a pizza.
I love the glass.
It's a
Yeah,
piece.
that's really great.
It's so great. The green and yellow, beautiful.
Mhm, mhm. Yeah, yeah, the good thing. Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting collection they have. This
Oh,
Yeah.
painting,
they have a very good collection.
amazing. This is a woman,
No, you
a
mean the art?
man.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's interesting because it has. Hmm.
Yeah, it's Pollock.
oh, we should use that. Wow.
Early
Yeah.
before,
He knew how to use those drips. He really was so great at that.
because I thought that was the woman
Yeah.
which he derived his,
Right,
you know,
right.
what's her
Oh,
name?
what was her name? I forget.
I always forget the name. It's
Yeah, I mean,
Sabel, or Sabel,
What do you
something
mean,
with that.
Hans? He always painted her in her.
no, no, no.
No,
She was
no,
a woman that was
she was doing these stripping paintings.
right.
Oh,
And he went
before.
to the show with You know, Pollock and the guy, the art historian.
The one that paint the women?
No, it
Dutch?
was about the drippings.
I forget her name, Hans. I'm sorry.
I find out.
Okay.
Let me see. I find out.
Oh, wow, this is well
Oh,
painted.
that's also good.
This I love.
Yeah.
So this is by a painter that I had never heard of named Sylvia Sly, Sleigh. She was Welsh, but she lived in New York.
Oh, okay.
She usually paints naked art critics.
Did she?
Yeah, she was well known for it.
Yeah.
Sylvia Slay painted all these naked art critics, and she painted them like the Turkish bath painting.
Right.
You know, they were all positioned like that. And then later on, she had a really like hot guy with long hair that she painted a lot, but she painted tons of naked guys.
Well,
Very
okay.
inspirational.
That
Very, very inspirational.
well, this I did take a picture of the wall text, so I'm going to read it to you, okay? Slide depicted her first husband, artist and art historian Michael Greenwood, in their English home, lounging on a sofa. His position is reminiscent of reclining female nudes, first popularized in the 16th century by male artists. Although her husband is clothed, his role is changed. The man becomes the subject and the woman becomes the artist. Slide challenged not only traditional art history, but also common depictions of masculinity.
I love it.
So, this reminded me, remember like a few weeks ago, we looked at Caillebotte when I was in Chicago, French artist.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he painted also males uh, in these same kind of contexts, that would have previously been, the subject would have been a woman, painted by an artist. He painted men in those uh, contexts, and this is the same. So this is a very modern, very contemporary painting. This could have been painted, today, I think.
Oh, yeah. My
Yeah,
favorite
I said it right. It's Sabel. Janet Sabel.
Oh, right. That's right. Yeah.
That's her name. I
Yeah.
forgot the first name. Let me see if I find something.
So, Linda, how did you know about this painter? You've just known about her?
Yeah, we
Sil
had Joyce, no, Jane Kaufman. She was a pattern and decoration painter. She was a visiting artist
Right.
at VCU, and she brought in all this feminist stuff. And
Amazing.
yeah, it was, you know,
This was painted in 1950, I believe, this painting.
they just tried to sort of reinvigorate her career
Yeah.
at art fairs just before the pandemic. I started seeing her work popping up again. I hope it takes
Cool.
off again.
Yeah. It's really good. It's so good. Okay. Next. I just thought this was a crazy painting. It's Rockwell Kent. I love this guy painting the iceberg with all these dogs, the dog team around him.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that is so cool.
It's
And he's
so
got that
cool.
weird blue that happens under icebergs
It's good.
there.
It's really well painted.
For like this illustrator, he came up with some funky images on his own.
I
Alan's
know.
got a little print of a guy climbing a pole that's kind of like yearning and sexy. That they're they're very weird and cool.
Yeah. I mean, just the idea of a painter, like, painting plein air, like out in the Arctic Circle or wherever, in Alaska or Canada or wherever, I thought was pretty interesting.
Oh wow. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna race you to share that one on Instagram later. I just took a screen grab. I
Okay.
want to
I
be the cool person that puts it on Instagram.
could send it to you. I could send you the
No, let's put it up. Let's get it out there and see what comments we get.
What's his full name? Rockwell
Kent.
Kent.
Kent. Yeah, okay.
That is hilarious. That's like Mark
Yeah.
Tansey hilarious.
Right. Right.
God, that's good.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Love it.
It's so goofy and so well done, beautifully done.
Yeah.
I mean, the pinks in here were just in the lavenders. I don't know how he managed. I wonder if he really was out there, you know? It's hard to imagine, but
Do you
could
know when
be.
it was done? I
You
mean,
know,
there weren't
I
that many.
don't. I don't. I didn't look. I
Okay.
don't know when it was done.
It has almost a Salvador Dali feeling, sort of.
Yeah, sort of.
I mean,
It's a big painting. It's
It
not
says,
like,
oh, I got a title for you. And it's called Sledge Dogs Greenland by Rockwell Kent.
okay.
But it's also called Icebergs and Sledge Dogs Greenland. So now we know it's Greenland.
Yeah, Greenland. There you go. Does it have a year, a date?
I'm looking. No, it says he died in 1971. Come on, man, give me a date.
I was gonna guess 60s or something. I don't know though. I have no idea.
When was he really active?
I don't,
40s?
what, 40s, I guess? Yeah,
I'm
maybe.
guessing. I don't know. We're good at this. Come on, people, give me a date. Ah, circa 1935-37.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. So Hans, that was a period when Dali was painting some good paintings in the 30s.
mhm.
Those were like those smallish, beautifully painted, you know,
Mhm.
you know, yeah, I mean that was really the top of his.
Yeah, I mean,
Great.
it has a little bit like a surreal thing,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm, um,
Well, that landscape is surreal. What are you going to do?
right. Aha. Now,
This is
um,
Noguchi.
Oh,
ah,
I
no.
just thought it was such a kooky piece.
Oh, but this is a sculpture, not a painting.
Yes, yes. It's
Beautiful.
a sculpture with a
I
light.
thought first it could be early Louis Bourgeois. So
Yeah.
Right, right. It could be any of those
Yeah.
people. Yes.
this
Yeah.
thing
Like, yeah.
protruding,
Yeah. Like even an early Giacometti, you can imagine, or um, yeah, Bourgeois definitely.
or
Alder
yeah,
could be, who knows? But it's
or
no good.
Meret Oppenheim.
Yeah, it's in that period, probably 30s, 40s, I'm guessing, surreal.
Dang, that's cool.
Isn't that great? With the light? I love it. It was just so quirky.
I was looking at a piece of his design because I was looking at materials that become fragile over time and for a report for my boss and there was this really cool Noguchi baby monitor and it looked like this nubbin here in the front, that weird
Oh
knob,
yeah,
but it
yeah.
was in black and it had like little vents across it so that the sound of the baby could come through. And and then little legs. It was so bizarre and cool looking. And it was in Bakelite.
Yeah. I mean, this is what I just put together. This little these are my favorites from yesterday.
Well,
Fabulous.
now I'm going to go down there and expect all the art to be that great, forgetting that you cherry picked it.
You know, it's not a huge museum. It's a pretty good size, but it's not as dense, as MoMA or the Art Institute, so it's easier to find these pieces, and there are others too. as I said, I only took that one soutine from the Cone collection because those Matisses are so well known. I just didn't want to, to have to
Fair.
look, to see them again. You know them all. There's so many though. There's many. Oh, there was another. I'll show you. Well, let's see. There's one other painting we could look at. Let's see if I can get it here. See. I mean, there were others. I mean, so this, can you see that or not? No.
Not yet.
Okay, so let me go out of here. Hold on. And go to share. Hold on. Here. I think. Let's see if that does it. Do you see that?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Van
The
Gogh.
shoes. So
So
nice.
that's in the Cone collection as well.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
I mean, any painting of shoes, I think, deserves to be considered,
Yeah.
especially Van Gogh.
Yeah,
His,
shoes always carry the character of the person. Like you can give
that's
away your grandfather's suits and you don't feel too much. You're just glad somebody's going to use them. When you get to his shoes that have taken the shape of his feet and you remember it so clearly, like the body feels so there that it just breaks your heart.
that's
Oh,
right. I
yeah.
agree. Totally. I agree with you 100%.
Nice.
What a beautiful painting.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. I think that's a very nice finish for our
Yeah.
thing. The shoes.
Okay.
Yes, it was great, Mark. Uh, looking forward to your next museum visit.
I love,
Thank you, Mark.
I mean, you're welcome. I mean, I like, well, when I go to New York, I'll go to some galleries or whatever, and we'll look at some contemporary work. Sometimes I feel like, I'm only looking at already the I don't know what the, paintings from that have all been established. But, they're so good and interesting, and it's so interesting I mean, they're still have so much presence, older work and, it all keeps going around, of course, in a circle, we take and we reconsider. And I don't know, I think it's really valuable to look at all of where we came from,
Yeah.
Thank
right?
you. Absolutely. That was our broadcast for today. We say goodbye to our viewers and we hope you join us the next time again. Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you.